Hi again, VC. I'm just. My records are just falling over the place. I'm just coming back to do this video with a batch of new records I've got in, an update, plus a nice little piece of VCLT from Metal Mickey that came in as well earlier this week. So I just thought I would put this out as well, and I was just thinking, while I brushed my hair to make it look as neat as possible, that it'll be quite funny to look back on these videos in a few years' time and see the state of my hair. But hey ho, it is what it is. Right, anyway, that's the last time I'm going to mention my hair, hopefully, for now. So, yes, those of you who watched Metal Mickey's three-part series on his AC/DC collection and their discography will have seen that these two didn't rank obviously higher up, or he didn't really do them as a ranking, but these two were not amongst his favourite ones. So he's kindly let me have them. I don't know much about these albums. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've actually ever heard anything of these albums. I mean, this one here's 2008. I haven't really listened to much more recent AC/DC stuff at all. I kind of stopped listening to them after the Razor's Edge. They just kind of fell away, as did music in general for me as the 90s came along. So these two albums, to me, this one's 2014, so and this one's got the, you probably won't, I don't know how well that's going to come out, but it's got the fancy front cover. So yeah, they're pretty cool, and I was very happy to receive these, so thank you, Mike, again for being so kind as to pop them up to me. I am curious to see what I think of them. I noticed this is on the Columbia, and although it's in black, you can sort of see, hopefully, the way the light's hitting that CD. The CD's done up, and the design of the old red label, what did they call this? There was a name for this Columbia, six, I don't know, six something or other, because there's three circular bits on each side, I don't know. I'm sure there's a name for this particular design of the label, but anyway. But they've done it like that, which used to be on the vinyl back in the day, of various Columbia artists from the time. And again, this is Columbia, it's kind of a vintage looking style label, I guess, as well. Different style, obviously. So yeah, I've got Rocker Bust here and Black Ice, two unfamiliar to me, so I'm going to be quite curious to just throw them on and see what I think of them in comparison to the 80s, 90s. I mean, I have the Razor's Edge. That's probably the last AC/DC I have. Yeah, until these two arrived, so I'm quite curious to see what I think of them. So again, thanks a lot, Mike, and I will give these a spin. Much appreciated. And on to the vinyl. I've just got 5 here. The first 3 came together. Now, this was the first pre-order I placed with Nuclear Blast back in January, when it said on their website at the time, currently orders to UK customers were temporarily suspended or something. And this was obviously to do with the Brexit thing, until all the companies got their I guess the documentation sorted out for the customs and all the rest of it, and sending goods. However, it let me order, because there were 3 pre-orders and they're being released this, just the other week. Last Friday it was, I think, a week past Friday there. and I wanted to grab these three because I really like them, and it did allow me to order, and I hoped that there wouldn't be any issues. And as time went on, I was back on Nuclear Blast's site a good bit later, and they had resumed their orders for the UK, so that's sorted. And right enough, the items came pretty much on schedule. They came about a day after the release. I've noticed that to get from Germany to here, when it's a release day drop, it's usually either the Saturday, if they're super quick, or the Monday, as opposed to the Friday. Still pretty fast shipping. And so I ordered these three, so they're all from the same band. I was super chuffed to learn that they were getting a vinyl release, because they hadn't been, I can't recall, they had ever been released on vinyl before. And it's the debut from Sonata Arctica, Ecliptica. Fantastic album, I really love this album. Gatefold sleeve, that's the inner, obviously that's photos of the band from the time that this was originally released. I'm just going to grab my CDs because they've only got 2021 here, and I kind of want to remember what they are. So here's the CD. It's 2008 on here, but I'm sure it was earlier than that. Could I be wrong? Mr. Finglish will know, probably. He's up on these guys. I think this was initially released in 2008, but I could be wrong, because if this is a repress... Anyway, remaster, yeah, it is, remastered 2008 edition, it tells me on it. So the original, I need to get this right because it's going to annoy me, because it'll throw me out of sync with the dates for the rest of them. So, 1 second. This is what you call being organised for your videos, right enough. Yeah. 1999, they signed with Spine Farm Records, and it was released in 1999. So there you go. That was when Ecliptica was originally released in 1999. Therefore, it was never released on vinyl at the time. So here's the vinyl edition. As I say, gatefold sleeve, 2 LPs, and I just ordered the black vinyl. There was coloured versions, but I just went for the black vinyl. And so, is that the right way up? They all look like that, basically. So there we go. So that was the first one. And of course I went on to order the second one, Silence. I won't show the actual vinyl of this one, because again it is black vinyl. Another gatefold, again pictures of the band at the time. The artwork on this one is kind of cool as well. Got the sort of lovely kind of art. So their second album, Silence. Now this one, this is an original press that I won in Mr. Finglish's contest that he held a couple of years ago now. And he sent me this, and it doesn't actually have the date on the back. Can you believe it? Oh dear, hang on. There's got to be a date on here. Surely, I can't read it on there, that's typical. Yeah, anyway, it would be after 1999, so probably something like 2001 maybe, I guess. And here is the vinyl edition. As I say, it's on black vinyl. The other thing I forgot to say is each of these, I didn't show it with Ecliptica, but I will show it with this one. They each come with an inner sheet, and it's like a double, it's like a 4-page thing with lyrics, liner notes, credits, etc. So you've got some notes, etc. as well from the band reflecting on the stuff, so that's pretty cool to get that as well. But again, really love this album. And the third one out of the 3, that's the rest of my records folder, Winter Hearts Guild. You might see it better like that actually. So yeah, Winter Hearts Guild. This one, 2003. And again, I really love this album. Another double LP on gatefold. Here is the inner art for this one. And again, you do get the inner sheet. And for this particular one, I did go for the coloured version because I was rather drawn to the look of the vinyl. A bit like the Halloween one I got recently, Rabbit Don't Come Easy, with the black and pink splatter mix thing. This is pretty cool as well. So that was the inner sheet with the lyrics and notes, etc. And this one is, they call it triple splatter, and it's kind of a nice mix of colours. So it's kind of on like a translucent kind of violet-y, deep kind of cherry, winey colour, with there's the turquoise and the blue and the white splatter all mixed in. One side looks better than the other, I must admit, but so both of the records, both the vinyl and here, are the same. I just thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, 3 albums that I really quite like from Sonata Article, which I was really happy that they issued them on vinyl. So, and I was also very happy that there was no issues regarding getting them from Nuclear Blast. So. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat at the moment. And so that was those 3 came together. Just try to set them back up because things are not sitting the way I want them to sit today for some reason. And the other 2 that I got, which I ordered in from a couple of random places around the world. I'll try to remember where I got this one from. I think I got this from eBay from a seller in Germany. Metal Inquisitor is the band, and Ultima Ratio Regis Ultima Ratio Regis is the name of the album. Again, loving the artwork, pretty cool stuff. So these guys, this is just kind of traditional heavy metal, new wave of traditional heavy metal, blah blah blah. On Massacre Records, this came out in 2014. It's limited of 500 units, and it comes in a gatefold sleeve. Seems that just about everything comes in a gatefold sleeve these days. But it is just a single album, and it came in just a plain inner sleeve, but it's just black vinyl, 180 gram. There we have it. So yeah, I was happy to find a copy of this. This band is another one I just discovered browsing around YouTube, etc. And I liked the sound of them. Now, interestingly enough, when I was adding it to my Discogs list, I am sure there's a guy in this band who is also in the band Enforcer, or has some connection with the band Enforcer. Now, as you know, Enforcer, their latest album was the album Zenith. I'm not too perturbed about that. But what I'll have to do is just give me a second till I compare. Where's Enforcer? It's around here somewhere. Yes. This one, which I'm not overly excited about personally. I just want to check the names of the guys here. That name is familiar. Yeah, Olaf Vikstrand is in Enforcer. He and the same guy, Olaf Vikstrand, mixed and mastered this album. And the guys in this band, Bloomy, TP, Cliff Bubenheim, and Havoc plays the drums. So I really don't know if any of these guys, because they've kind of got different names. But I knew there was a link to Enforcer anyway. However, I much prefer this band to Enforcer based on just those two albums. I haven't really listened to much in the way of Enforcer's earlier works, but this is great, just really good, straight up traditional metal stuff. So that was Metal Inquisitor, and the last one, which I just got in, I was after a copy of this. Couldn't find it anywhere on vinyl. It was available on CD. I could have got the CD. I was kind of wanting a vinyl copy if I could, partly because it's the artwork's just absolutely epic. And I finally found one, and it was at a decent price as well. It was kind of like just the standard price of a new vinyl, and I found it in an online store in Finland, and so I ordered it from them. It was listed as, they had one left, and it was listed as black vinyl, and then I got an email from them after I'd placed my order saying, unfortunately the one we have is actually on orange vinyl and not black vinyl, do you still want it? And I says, that's fine, just send me the orange. You know, I wasn't really fussed as far as that goes, and I thought, well, orange is quite a nice colour when you get the colour vinyl anyway, so I was quite happy to take that. But I thought it was really nice that they checked that out with me, so pretty decent customer service there. And it's this album here. This is a fantastic record. I heard it on YouTube. I really enjoyed it. It's just a very enjoyable listen, and it's the band Battle Roar. Now they're another band from Greece. Greece seem to be churning out 2 or 3 really quality bands these days, and it's their album Blood of Legends. Now again, it's gatefold sleeve. You'll see what I mean about the artwork if I can fit it all in here. Looking at it up close, you know, there's so much detail on it here. Just really love it. Cruisedale Sur is the label. It's a label that I think they're getting a lot of good bands. This is a 2014 album as well, so it's not their latest. They do have 1 or maybe 2 after this. But I really wanted to get hold of this if I could, so I was so happy to find a copy. There is the band. And very, they're classed as epic power metal, and they are, I would say that, but not just that. They've got a kind of a mix of power metal, epic kind of storyline, you know, lyrics and stuff. But there's also bits of just traditional metal in there, bits of folk metal in there as well, and it's just a really enjoyable listen. Just quality stuff. So this one did come with a download card as well. I might offer that up if anyone's interested. I don't know. I don't really use the download cards, but I suppose they're kind of handy to stick on your iPod or something like that right enough. So hold that thought, I might just keep it for myself. So I have a bunch of them all stacked up, to be honest. So yeah, as I say, they sent me orange one. It's the kind of translucent orange, see-through. It's a nice kind of colour. And it did take a little bit of time to get here. The seller, the person on the website, or the seller, did say it takes ages to kind of like leave the country sort of thing. And it did take a little while. And when it finally left the country and got to Britain, it took another week or so before it actually got to me. So, but yeah, it was worth the wait. Really, really good album. Just another really nice quality band to check out. So that is Battle Road, and that is my update for now, guys. Some more cool records. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in another video at some point. Yeah, bye for now. Thank you.